Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we are going to check and test out Reolink's 4K indoor camera, the E1 Zoom, which they already have this camera model for a while now and has a 5 megapixel sensor. But now they have added an 8 megapixel model which records in 4K. And I did test this in a couple of setup scenarios, not just indoors, so make sure you watch till the end. Also, this is a sponsored video by Reolink and they sent me this E1 Zoom 4K to be checked out. So thank you. And as always, I'll be testing this like any other indoor camera that I review in this channel. And actually, as you will see later on, I'll be testing this more than as an indoor camera. This is a pan and tilt indoor cam with motion tracking and records in 4K 3840 by 2160 pixel resolution at 20 frames per second. This has a 3x optical zoom. Now, we will talk about optical zooms of Reolink cameras later in the video. On its widest, it has a 98-degree horizontal and 75-degree vertical field of view, and zoomed in, it has 48 degrees horizontal and 37 degrees vertical. This is a pan and tilt camera with a 355-degree pan and 50-degree tilt. This is a Reolink, so no subscription needed, and it records motion or sound events or can be set to record continuously 24/7 to a microSD card and compatible to up to a 512GB card. But it can also record to Reolink's NVR and Home Hub. This can connect to dual-band Wi-Fi 2.4 or 5 GHz. It has person and pet detection, and because this is an indoor camera, it also has crying detection if you want to use this as a baby monitor. And a note to its auto tracking, it only tracks persons or pets horizontally. It doesn't track vertically. And this is compatible with Google and Amazon devices. Inside the box, you will get some paperwork, screws and reset push pin, a mounting bracket if you want to install this in a ceiling, power adapter 10 feet in length, and it uses a mini barrel plug. And this is 5 volts 2 amps. And we have the camera. Size-wise is the same as the original E1 Zoom. Just this one has a 4K sensor. If you tilt this up, you will see the SD card slot and the reset hole. And at the back, we have the speaker. And this one has an Ethernet port if you want this directly connected to your network. It is not PoE though, so you still have to power this up, and this is the power port. To set up, insert a microSD card if that's how you want to store the recordings. Open up the Reolink app, plus sign to add, scan the QR code which is on the back of the camera. You can connect this to Reolink's hub if you want, but I'll choose standalone use. And here you have an option to plug this in directly to your network and not use Wi-Fi, but I'll use Wi-Fi for this demo. Plug it in for power, type in your Wi-Fi's password. As you can see, it will connect to my 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Create a device password, name the camera, and it is set up. And update the firmware if needed. Let's check these settings in the app. When you open up the app, you will see the snapshot from the camera. And clicking it, it will go to live view very quick. In here, you can pause the live view, listen in, take a snapshot or video, and change the live view's quality, clear, balanced, or fluent, and change to full view. You can start two-way talk, which is full duplex. PTZ controls, manually move the camera to the right, left, up, or down. In here, we have the monitor point or home position, which I already set, and that's the home position. And you can optically zoom in, which takes some time, and it also has to automatically adjust its focus up to 3x zoom. You can also save preset positions if you want. There's no patrol mode though on this camera. You can also have an option to manually trigger the siren. Let's go to settings, display, stream. In clear mode, recording in 4K up to 20 FPS, which is also the default. Bitrate, I change it to the highest. You can flip vertical or horizontal here if you are installing it in a ceiling. Now, this has the same settings like other Reolink cameras, but I'll just show you some specific settings because this is an indoor camera. On the smart detection sensitivity, there is a crying sound option because this camera can be used as a baby monitor. Same thing here in its detection settings, you have a crying sound option. Also, by the way, this is where you can set it if you want 24/7 continuous recording. Lastly, I'll just show you in detection settings, you can turn on auto tracking and you can track people or animals. This camera has no vehicle detection or tracking. You can also adjust the horizontal tracking range and schedule it. And just a note that the camera only tracks horizontally, it doesn't auto tilt. Now time to do some testing. So this is the video and audio quality of the Reolink E1 Zoom, and this is the 4K version. And I have partly my blinds are open, and this is what it looks like when I'm close to the camera. And this is what it looks like when I'm about 22 feet away from the camera. I have the tracking on, but it is on the widest zoom, so I don't think it did track me. So this is the video quality of the Reolink E1 Zoom 4K at night, and this has 10 infrared LEDs. And this is what it looks like at when I'm close to the camera, and this is what it looks like when I'm about 25 feet away from the camera. Alright, that's it for indoor testing. This time I'll put this in my little shelf here in the window to test how it performs when installed as a window camera. Also, I'm going to link down below 2 videos that I did for the easiest install and the cheapest security camera setup that you can do, as long as you have Windows, and you can watch it after you watch this video. So this is the video quality of the Reolink E1 Zoom in a behind the window setup, and also the audio that you're hearing is from my wireless mic right here, not from the camera. It's just because of the window you'll not be able to hear me. But this is the video clarity test at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. Also, this is on the widest zoom, 35, 40, 45, 50. Running Man test. And they have the tracking on. And this is at 50 feet with the 3x zoom set on the camera. So you can dial in the field of view optically depending on your needs. So this is the video quality of the Reolink E1 Zoom 4K at night and the behind the window setup. And I have my ambient lights turned on, and this is what it looks like. And it has the motion tracking also turned on, so it's tracking me. I know there's some glare, it's just how it is in a window setup. So this is at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. We are going to test the notification speed of the Reolink E1 Zoom 4K, and this is an indoor camera, but I'm testing this outside. It's in behind the glass window. Anyways, it's 234, and I'm on my 5G cellular network. Let's check it out. That quick. And there's no rich notification because it's a Reolink. So when you click on it though, it should open up the live view decently quick right there. Cool. So there's a setting on the app that you can set the notification interval, and I've set it into the default, which is every 20 seconds. So it is still 2:35, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a notification again, just like that. Okay, so we are going to test the maximum detection distance of the Reolink E1 Zoom 4K, which I have it set up behind a glass window. Anyways, I'm on my 5G cellular connection, and it's 232. Let's check it out. See if it can detect me at 50 feet. Yep, it can. And opening up the live view, and it does load up pretty quick. Cool. This is on the widest zoom though. As to multiple tracking, like most tracking cameras, it will stick to the first person that it detected. And now we are gonna listen in and see if we have some motor noise for this camera. Let's do panning first. I'm pretty sure you can hear that. Yeah, there is some panning motor noise. How about when it tilts? Now, it's not as loud as the panning, but there is some tilt noise.
This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink E1 Zoom 4K. This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink E1 Zoom 4K.
So what do you think? Video quality is a Reolink, so it is pretty good. Same thing with how it performs as to detection and notification speeds. Now let's talk about optical zooms on Reolink cameras. They don't auto-zoom when it detects a person, which some of you might think. With optical zooms, they have physical motors to adjust the lens of the camera, so there is going to be a lag. And on top of that, the camera also has to adjust its focus, which adds to the delay. That's the reason why it doesn't automatically zoom in when it detects motion. It is only mostly used to dial in what the camera sees. Like if you have a wide area that needs monitoring, then you can set it to its widest position, and vice versa. As to tracking, Reolink programs this camera to start tracking when the camera is ready on the edge of its field of view, unlike other cameras that tend to keep the person in the center of the frame. So this results to abrupt movement on the camera and not a smooth panning motion. It does track you reliably though. So this E1 Zoom camera can be a good option as an indoor camera, but also a good option for a window camera overlooking and monitoring outside. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.